SARMA Enterprises Ltd was started in 1996. It is located along Komarock Road, directly opposite Juja Road off Kariobangi Roundabout near Nairobi River Bridge in Kariobangi South. SARMA Enterprises Ltd's principal objective is to provide high-quality building materials at wholesale prices. With time, the company has grown to be a reputable and competitive wholesaler of all building materials, be it timber, timber products, sand, ballast, building stones, among others. Core values. We value our clients. We are an equal opportunity organization and therefore we discourage discrimination based on gender, political, ethnic background or religious affiliation. We strive to enhance integrity, honesty and good governance in business practices. We value teamwork and hard work. At SARMA Enterprises Ltd, we emphasize on professionalism in handling all our clients. To achieve this, SARMA has a qualified and dedicated team in management, marketing, sales and customer care. At SARMA Enterprises Ltd, we offer the following services. Building materials, carpentry and joinery. This includes but not limited to doors and door frames, timber splitting and sewing, molding, etc., T&G products among others, planning services, timber processing services, sawdust. This is sold as timber byproduct for various uses, for example, poultry rearing, sports and cooking. Building stones. Building with stone in an environmentally considerate way requires careful thought and planning. The returns from building with natural stone far outweigh the costs involved, though pricing on this natural resource varies considerably. Conventional building demands large quantities of energy and water, which can create heavy amounts of pollution and waste. Building with stone and implementing green techniques is good for humans and the environment, both in the construction phase as well as for the lifetime of the home. At SARMA Enterprises Ltd, our building stones quality is naturally without doubt. Our prices are friendly and within your means. Due to these factors, the demand for our building stones has gradually increased over the years. Ballast. At SARMA Enterprises Ltd, we are fruitfully ranked among the topmost companies for providing an alluring assortment of stone ballast that is widely used to have a luxurious look in buildings. These handles are intricately designed by our professionals from high-grade components and up-to-date tools. Due to their exceptional features, the offered ballasts are highly demanded by our valuable consumers. Moreover, our quality-approved and stain-resistant stone ballasts are available in market at low price. They're strong, sturdy, and have an optimum finish. They are highly recommended for construction of pillars, columns, concrete slabs, floors, among many others. We all know that sand has been an extremely important material for the construction purpose, such as buildings and roads. But how many of you know why we need sand and why not anything else? Very simple. Sand is a hard material which is strong in nature and made up of fine mineral particles. It gives strength and sustaining ability to your building. You know what? We need to purchase such an important material to construct from a very trusted source. In Kenya, that source can only be SARMA Enterprises Ltd. River sand. This is generally gathered from the banks of the river. It has a fine quality. This sand is usually whitish-gray in color and has rounded particles. This sand is very much useful for the construction purpose, such as plastering and so on. It is so far proven to be the best in the market and is the only sand that SARMA Enterprises specializes in. For any company to grow from one level to the next, investment in modern equipment is a must. For this reason, SARMA Enterprises Ltd has gone out of its way to invest in the most modern equipment to handle any work related to timber processing. Some of these equipments are spindle molder. A spindle molder is a stationary woodworking machine in which a vertically orientated spindle protrudes from the machine table and can be spun at speeds typically between 3,000 and 10,000 revolutions per minute. As the workpiece is fed into the machine, the cutters mold a profile or decorations into it. These decorations are common on carton boxes, door frames, picture rails, and different types of molds, for example, quarter round, among others. This machine is designed for large volume of work. Spindle molder can be adopted to perform specialized cuts through the use of a wide variety of accessories such as sliding tables, tenon tables, tilting arbor, tenoning hoods, and interchangeable spindles. Surface planner. Surface planners are used in the initial preparation of wood, producing flat face and edge before passing through a thicknesser. These are precision machines with long tables in order to give accurate straightening. Further, they are used to produce straight edges on solid timber and manufactured boards and clean up saw cuts on solid timber and manufactured boards. The operator sets the depth of cut by adjusting the infeed table. The fence is set according to the width of the stalk and the surface being planned and the type of operation being performed. Stalk is passed over cylindrical, multiple knife cutter head while keeping the stalk against the table surface or fence. The 4-cutter machine offers straightening, surfacing and thicknessing operations in one easy pass through the machine, saving time and space in comparison to traditional methods. At SARMA Enterprises Limited, we use this machine to mold everything from fine trim work to timber blocks with outstanding results. The powerful cast iron table is the heart of the machine, guaranteeing vibration-free operation. It is bolted onto a stable steel base with solid foundation support. The bottom cutter, side cutters, and integrated feeder tables are set into the cast iron table. The top cutter and feed rollers sit in a separate support that is also integrated into the cast iron table by way of oversized trapezoidal bars. All the settings you need can be found on the same side of the machine, which means that the machine can be set up close to a wall, thereby saving space. There is a separate start, stop, and lamp for each cutter and for the feeder unit. The machine is easy to set between processing runs. Resawing machine. Resawing is a very useful skill to have in the wood shop. It's a fundamental type of cut, just like reaping or cross-cutting. But instead of cutting a board to length or width, resawing is cutting a board to thickness. This allows one to get multiple thin boards out of one larger, thicker piece of wood. This can be used to stretch money and materials further or to create interesting effects using patterns in the wood grain. At SARMA Enterprises Limited, we have the best resawing machines south of Sahara Desert and north of Limpopo River. Circular saw machine. A circular saw is a power saw using a toothed or abrasive disc or blade to cut different materials using a rotary motion spinning around an arbor. Circular saw blades are specially designed for each particular material they are intended to cut, and in cutting wood are specifically designed for making rip cuts, cross cuts, or a combination of both. Circular saws are commonly powered by electricity. At SARMA Enterprise Limited, we use this particular saw to split small-sized timber into the required sizes. The sizes are spread between 2 by 1 to 10 by 1 inches. Typically, the material to be cut is securely clamped or held in a vise, and the saw is advanced slowly across it. In variants such as the table saw, the saw is fixed and the material to be cut is slowly moved into the saw blade. As each tooth in the blade strikes the material, it makes a small chip. The teeth guide the chip out of the workpiece, preventing it from binding the blade. Thicknesser machine. A thicknesser planner or thicknesser is a woodworking machine to trim boards to a consistent thickness throughout their length and flat on both surfaces. A thickness planner consists of 3 elements: a cutter head, which contains the cutting knives, a set rollers, which draw the board through the machine, and a table which is adjustable relative to the cutter head to control the resultant thickness of the board. Industrial thickness planners are capable of accepting very wide boards and removing large amounts of material in a single pass. These machines are driven by powerful motors and are of very heavy construction. In operation, the table is set to the desired height and then the machine is switched on. The board is fed into the machine until it makes the contact with the in-feed roller, which grips the board and rolls it into the machine and past the rotating cutter head. The knives remove material on the way through, and the outfeed roller pulls the board through and ejects it from the machine at the end of the pass. To finish a board that is flat and of uniform thickness along its length, it is necessary to start with a board that has at least one perfectly flat reference face. The board is fed with this reference face flat on the table, and the cutter head removes an amount of material from the opposite face so that it has made parallel to the reference face. Drills. Drill bits are cutting tools used to create cylindrical holes, almost always of circular cross-section. Drill bits come in many sizes and have many uses. Bits are held in a tool called a drill, which rotates them and provides torque and axial force to create the hole. The shank is the part of the drill bit grasped by the chuck of a drill. The cutting edges of the drill bit are at one end and the shank is at the other. At SARMA Enterprises Limited, we have the best of drills that money can buy. Crosscut saw. A crosscut saw is a general term for any saw blade for cutting wood perpendicular against the wood grain. Crosscut saws may be small or large, with small teeth close together for fine work like woodworking. The cutting edge of each tool is angled in an alternating pattern. This design allows each tooth to act like a knife edge and slice through the wood in contrast to a ripsaw, which tears along the grain, acting like a miniature chisel. Compressor. An air compressor is a device that converts power, usually from an electric motor, into kinetic energy by compressing and pressurizing air, which, on command, can be released in quick bursts. At SARMA Enterprises Limited, the compressor is used for blowing out dust from the machines. At SARMA Limited, we enjoy a wide base of clients from all over Nairobi and beyond. Some of these customers, to mention but a few, are Modulars Interior Limited, Star General Contractors, Jefferson & Sons Limited, Riflo Industries, Ikigo Enterprises Limited, among others.
My name is Kate Wanjiru. I work with a company called Modular Interiors, and what we do is building in all senses. We've been in the industry for about 15 years. We started with interior design, and now we build houses from the ground up. And this is where our relationship with SARMA Enterprises began. For quite a couple of years, I was always getting disappointed on site. I need sand, 20 tons. When the sand comes to site, it looks like mud. It's not even the kind of sand that you'd used to plaster and have a good clean wall without cracks, you know. Because for you to have a wonderful product, you must have a good foundation. Good foundation means you must have good building products. This is how I actually met SARMA Enterprises. They were introduced to me about 2 years back, and from then on, because we had about 4 or 5 suppliers for sand, for ballast, for stones, for dust, for quarry dust. I mean, we sort of eked out the other suppliers because SARMA was giving us what we needed. When I say what was needed, in my work of finishing, I need, like for instance, I need river sand, I need clean white sand. SARMA is able to give me that at competitive prices. When I have a site in Machakos, I call SARMA, they tell me it is fine, it will be there tomorrow morning or it will be there today. Every time I call, I'm never given excuses of we can't do this. There are times I even call at 4 p.m. and I say, I know I'm calling at short notice, but I cannot be able to work tomorrow morning until I have my things delivered to site. At 7 a.m., SARMA is delivering my things on site. So really, I am so impressed with how they operate that it makes sense for me to have them as a business partner. So SARMA is Modular Interiors business partner. We work very closely together. Whenever we have any issues, I just need to pick up the phone, talk to one of the individuals who are involved in SARMA Enterprises, and it's sorted out. So we have no want right now in terms of other suppliers to do the same thing. I would truly encourage you to use SARMA Enterprises and just see for yourself the kind of customer service that they have.
Visit us at SARMA Enterprises Limited, where our natural products are the best south of Sahara Desert and north of Limpopo River.